Good morning. Let us try to understand the structure of the heart and how it works. So heart is made up of cardiac muscle. So let us first of all draw the outer boundary of the cardiac muscle of heart. It is going to be like this. Now the pure blood first of all enters from the lungs through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. So these are the pulmonary veins which is going to enter into the left atrium. It is the left uppermost chamber of the heart. Now there is a valve which prevents backflow of the blood when this blood from atrium goes to the lower chamber called as left ventricle. So from this pulmonary vein, oxygenated blood enters into the left atrium. So it is left atrium. Now it is left ventricle, and left ventricle will be surrounded with thick cardiac muscle because left ventricle has to pump the blood through the whole body. This is the thick cardiac muscle in the pink color, and this valve prevents the backflow of the blood. Now the oxygenated blood, when the ventricle will contract, will go to the all parts of the body through the aorta, which opens up into the arteries of our body, and arteries again open into the blood capillaries. So these are called as pulmonary vein, through which the oxygenated blood first of all enters into the left atrium. This is left ventricle, which contracts and sends the oxygenated blood to the whole body through aorta. See, this is aorta. Aorta opens into the arteries, and arteries open into the blood capillaries. Now after supplying oxygen to all the cells, then the deoxygenated blood, that means the carbon dioxide containing blood, carboxyhemoglobin containing blood from the lower part of the body enters into the right atrium through inferior vena cava, and from the upper part of the body like shoulder and brain and neck into the right atrium it enters. So the blue color is showing the deoxygenated blood or carboxyhemoglobin containing blood, and the valve here is called as semilunar valve, and this semilunar valve is just like half moon. It is present so that the backflow of the blood can be prevented. It works just like a pump. Now the deoxygenated blood enters into the left ventricle. After it comes to the left auricle. No, it comes to the right auricle at first, and the right auricle contracts and the left ventricle expands. So when the left ventricle will expand, then the blood will enter into the left ventricle, and when the left ventricle will contract, then the impure blood will go to the lungs back again through pulmonary arteries. So here the pulmonary arteries towards the left side is shown. Towards the right side, that is from behind the heart, it is also there. And these left hand side drawn openings, they open up into the lungs, and from there they bring the oxygenated blood and again receives back the deoxygenated blood through the left ventricle via pulmonary arteries. These are pulmonary arteries. So superior vena cava helps to bring the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body to the right atrium, and inferior vena cava helps to bring the blood from the rest part of the body, lower part of the body, into the right atrium, and from right atrium the blood goes to right ventricle, and from right ventricle the deoxygenated blood goes back to the lungs so that oxygen can be mixed up. We know that when we breathe in, then air enters into the lungs, and air is 21% oxygen itself. So this oxygen gets dissolved in the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin actually is a carrier of oxygen, So oxygen with hemoglobin forms oxyhemoglobin, and this oxyhemoglobin enters through pulmonary vein into the left atrium, and deoxyhemoglobin, that means carboxyhemoglobin, exits the heart and comes to the lungs for getting deoxygenated through the pulmonary artery. So in this way, the heart acts as the central pump. These are the pump which helps to carry the blood to and fro from the heart itself. So whenever we eat fatty food or too much of such food which creates cholesterol and all, then the veins and the arteries can get blocked, and such kind of disease is called as arteriosclerosis. Or sometimes there can be some genetic disease in which deformity of the heart can be there, which can be called as myocardiopathy. There can be some problem in the valves, so there can be the backflow of the blood, due to which the life expectancy also decreases, and which is realized at later stage of life. So these can now be treated by simple surgeries, and even by such a certain surgeries which are not invasive, in which the heart has not to be cut open and it can be treated. So this was all about the structure and function of the heart. So basically, heart is a double pump which helps to receive the oxygenated blood from the lungs and send the oxygenated blood to the rest part of the body. So at any point of time, if there is a blockage in any of these veins or arteries, then the oxygen supply to the brain or certain part stops, and as a result there can be a stroke, or even that particular part of the blood capillary where the oxygen has to reach, if there the oxygen does not reach, then that particular part of the heart or its muscle, that is the cardiac muscle, it almost becomes dead, it stops working, and that can be called as a heart attack, which can be treated by simple methods. Thank you.